Hello, Curios. So it has been a while, hasn't it? I wanted to make this because I realized not all of you probably follow my blog, which link is in the description below. Highly recommend, not just because, hey, means you're reading my stuff, but news tends to get there first. Just in general. So this is, I'm not entirely sure what this is going to be. I wanted to talk really to you and kind of have a dialogue, well, a monologue, and then I guess we'll dialogue in the comments. Long and short of it, I've been dealing with I've been really struggling with depression the past 4 months, maybe a bit more, and anxiety, and there's probably a lot of reasons. It occurs to me, having never actually properly dealt with a few things, including getting out of not great situation a little over a year ago now, never actually talking to a therapist about it, and realizing, oh, I've got little PTSD moments and such, and things that I'm still dealing with, because funny story, when you experience trauma for an extended period of time, in my case 30 years, and there was a break, I guess technically, so more like 4 or 5 if I really take everything into account, but I'm not, I'm really just kind of thinking the past 3 years. When you experience trauma for an extended period of time, it has an effect on you, weirdly enough, despite if the trauma ceases. You're not just all better, which of course you know, and logically I knew. Lots of ums, sorry. And I realized I'd gotten into this thing of wanting everything to be back to normal and not actually taking the time for me, just feeling very stressed about I have to finish this book, I have to do this, I have to make a video every week, and then I had made it shorter of like, okay, well, curiosities are too big for me right now, so I'm just going to do the Wordy Wednesdays, and that'll be a thing. And I will dedicate to that, and I will have a regular schedule for you, and then even that got weirdly overwhelming, and then the anxiety of you have to have this done, and then not being able to actually do it because the anxiety would pile on top, and then would weirdly be like, oh, I really don't want to see myself in front of a camera, and then it wouldn't get done, and then there would be more anxiety because, oh, it didn't get done. And it was this massive, just compiling thing, and I want to say a week ago, maybe a little more. I'm a little fuzzy, I'm not looking at it right now, so I can't check the date. Time's been kind of weird. I realized, you know what, this is actually really unhealthy, and I need to actually practice self-care, you know, practice what you preach, that sort of thing, and January is a great month to have that realization, as Joelmas is coming up on the 30th. If you're not familiar with Joelmas, it is our self-proclaimed holiday here in the Curio community of taking time just for you, self-care, in honor of my brother, who lost his battle with depression in 2013. Also something I probably haven't fully dealt with. If there's a way to fully deal with it. I don't even know if there is. Probably not. But I was putting all this pressure on myself, and then nothing was getting done, and then I was feeling worse. So I decided, you know what? We're gonna throw that all out, because that's not helping anyone. It's not helping you because you're not actually getting any of that stuff, and it's certainly not helping me, so why was I doing it? So I wrote in my blog a little bit ago, and this is me sort of communicating this to you if YouTube is more of your thing. If you can hop over occasionally, there's going to be more happening on the blog. Especially as I work through this weird, like, sudden discomfort with being in front of the camera. Because writing has always been easier. It's always come more naturally. So it's like, okay, that's a place where we can talk and content will be created. And of course, there's also my Patreon. And because I'm finally breaking down and talking with someone on, actually this Wednesday, about, okay, here I am with Changeling, and I don't know why I'm stuck because I have this outline, but something just doesn't feel right. So we're going to start workshopping that, and I'm going to actually really dedicate to that. And I think what really it came down to is we're going to enter, it's going to get a bit messy, is really the long form of it, which I feel like if you're here, you're probably already pretty familiar with. Sometimes things get messy, and I understand if you're not here for that. It's totally your call. You do what's good for you. I'm going to do what's good for me. But what that's going to mean for this channel is my content creation in general is not going to stop. It's probably going to even end up being more than what I've been doing, but we're going to really lean into the whim part of whimsy, and it's going to be, I'm going to create something new every week because I need an outlet and I need to really force myself into doing something, but I'm not going to put the pressure on an actual schedule or structure of what that something has to be. One week I did, there's design up on the Curiosity merch thing, which is really just the Redbubble. I have a Redbubble. I mark down things as much as I can because I really don't care about profits from it. But I did finally make the Fuck the Town, Save Your Girlfriend shirt, which you can find, link is also below. And I'm going to start making travel stickers. Because, you know, world hopping, so why wouldn't I have stickers all over my proverbial suitcase, essentially, to all the places we've gone, fictional or otherwise. So those are also going to slowly appear up on that same site. Because it's something that I can do that is both creative, and I can show it and share it with you, but also it's relaxing and very meditative. And then we're gonna do some music, and we're gonna write some blogs and tell stories, and it's just going to be really wit and whimsy, but really, really leading into what do we feel like doing today. And I understand that that lack of structure is probably internet branding death. I don't know, but I'm not really focused on that right now. I'm done with that, maybe. I don't know. There's a certain thing about YouTubing and ideas of what being a YouTube personality is supposed to be, and I just can't anymore. I don't even know if I was trying super well beforehand, but I can't. I can't. And I don't want to. I love when we talk on the Discord. Again, if you not have access to the Discord, I'll put a link below as well. A lot of the Curios or in Curiosities just chill out and hang, and it's a great place. You can just go talk about, hey, I saw this movie, or I'm doing this with gaming right now, or if you need to talk to people because something happened and you don't have anyone else to really talk to about it, like, they're amazing. You guys are amazing. Obviously, you're also watching this, but if you're not a part of that, I highly recommend it. And I know I don't know. I feel like I've been fairly real with you guys in general, but whatever that thin veneer of of just like pretending to be okay when things aren't, I'm gonna stop. And I just want to be upfront with you about what's happening and where we're going. And I'm also gonna link the blog I originally talked about this in because I feel I was much more articulate because editing you can read it and it's not coming out of your mouth in that moment. But I probably sound like a crazy person right now, and I apologize for that because I don't feel very crazy, but I should have scripted this because I'm rambling, but I wanted to let you know what's going on with me, and I wanted to be upfront, and I wanted to let you know that I am okay. The silence is not indication that something bad is happening. I just didn't know how to talk about it before, and I'm looking for more professional help beyond the small snippets I've been getting, and that's what this is going to end up being, is for a little while, and we're probably going to get eventually back to that more structured whatever, but right now I'm going to just take this time to experiment and explore, and sometimes I'm going to talk to you guys about, I don't know, a funny thing that occurred to me, or maybe it'll be a curiosity or a wordy Wednesday that won't really possibly be on a Wednesday, or a blog, and it'll cover from like, here's a song, to here's something that my therapist brought up that I didn't really consider before and I wanted to share it with you, because really, if anything, this community has taught me is really reinforce this beautiful idea of connection between human beings. And you guys have always said you're here, and of course I've known that, but it was just like, I don't want to bother anybody, and I don't want people to worry, and I want you to know you're loved. And I don't know if you're feeling lost and afraid or just anxious and unsure about what you're doing, I want you to know you're not alone. Because hey, me too. And we're both gonna be fine, and we're gonna get better, and we're gonna probably create some crazy crap together on the way, and it's gonna be awesome. And we're going to give ourselves that opportunity to experiment and to fail, and maybe that's just what this will end up becoming, and maybe that's okay too. I don't know. I don't have any answers. I just know that going more freeform with this and being honest with you about my own mental and emotional journey and healing is what feels right. So I don't know if this is something you want to come on with me. Maybe you're like, well, Kiri's gone off the deep end, I'm leaving this channel. But if you do want to stay, and I really do hope you do, because I think we're going to end up somewhere awesome after all this. I don't know. I have that feeling when you're right on the precipice of something interesting. Like you just have that feeling like something's about to happen. If you do stay, we're going to have an amazing adventure. And I'm going to learn hopefully a lot more about you, and I'll share more about me, and we're going to see some crazy worlds together. I hope you come with me. It's okay if you don't. I love you regardless, and I wish you the best. And no matter if you stay or if you go, I hope most of all, you always stay.